today we're going to go over the gear and equipment that we would hope most of our guests have to show up for a 3-day climb Mount Baker or something similar. We would hope that most people have some kind of like lighter weight base layer they can hike in when it's warm. You know, a lot of the time midsummer, it's not that cold, even though we are walking up to a piece of ice. So I personally like a short sleeve base layer. Some people like a really lightweight long one because it offers nice sun protection. Then there'd be nice for colder trips to have like a little bit heavier base layer. So this is just like a little bit thicker. It's nice to have something light, like a lightweight soft shell, or in this case, a wind shirt. Can also block the sun out. You can bring a more traditional soft shell, which is like kind of the stretchier fabric, you know, but in the summertime, they're just a little bit heavier and maybe not quite as versatile. You should pack a rain jacket. So this is like a completely waterproof jacket, something to protect you if it does rain or snow or things like that. And then lastly, for your upper body, we'd like to see everyone bring like some kind of insulated jacket, like some kind of down or synthetic coat to keep them warm. This doesn't need to be like a super duper warm jacket, but kind of like a mid-weight kind of puffy coat. We'd like to have everyone have a beanie or a toque or whatever you call it from many other places in the world, like some kind of warm hat. I personally like for a lot of sunny trips have some kind of baseball cap or a visor, something along those lines to help keep the sun off your face. Everyone should have sunscreen, and for a 3-day climb, you only need a few ounces of sunscreen. Also in your head, an optional but quite nice item can help just cover your ears or cover part of your face, like a buff. You know, there's tons of these available at like all kinds of retailers out there. Having some kind of sunglasses with a lot of wrap. And they don't necessarily need to be like Glacier specific glasses, but a lot of Glacier glasses now are like pretty stylish, and they're actually, you can just wear them driving the car and everything, but you want something with like lots of side coverage just to help keep the UV intensity down and off your eyes, just because like a lot of people, if you don't have enough side wrap, will get a bad headache, or obviously the potential for snow blindness in the extreme cases. Everyone needs a helmet, a climbing helmet that is, and everyone needs a headlamp. And again, a headlamp is not a flashlight that you would hold in your hand because you need to be hands-free. So that's sort of things that are on our head. For our lower body, we like that everyone has like a pair of soft shell, like lightweight soft shell pants. These are just like your classic like stretch woven, something you can hike in pretty comfortably and not overheat. It's particularly lower down when you're still in the woods before you get above tree line. It's nice to have a pair of long underwear, and these can be pretty light. Like I even get cold rather easily, and in the summertime I'll still go with something rather light for my long underwear, and then a pair of just hard shell pants. A consideration for your hard shell pants, not required, but if they have full side zips, it can make them easier to take on and off without having to take your boots and crampons off. So it's nice if it does get really cold or if it does start to snow, you can just kind of quickly put these on even without taking your harness off. As we kind of continue around, having some kind of sleeping pad. And this is where it can be nice to spend a little more money to get like something a little bit lighter and more compact, just because it's just gonna save weight in your pack. A sleeping bag, you know, something 20 to 30 degrees Fahrenheit will often do great. You know, this where down is nice just because it's a little more compressible. It is often worth it to get a compression sack or something to just really shrink it down in your pack just to make packing easier. Everyone needs, I always say, something to eat and drink out of and something to eat with. I personally don't bring a separate mug. Some people do. It's kind of just like an extra item. But I just bring a single bowl to eat and drink out of, as well as a spoon. We want everyone to be able to carry 2 liters. This is another easy way to save weight. You know, everyone loves like Nalgene bottles, but they are quite heavy compared to many other options on the market. For some of our technical gear that we expect people to bring, everyone in the group needs an ice axe, crampons, and a crampon bag is optional. It really just kind of depends on your pack. Some packs, there's not a good place to strap the crampons to the outside, so a crampon bag can be nice. And then, obviously, you need a pair of steel crampons for the summertime. It can be pretty icy. Everyone should have a climbing harness, and having 2 lockers and 2 non-lockers is ideal, as well as some cord. Having a backpack, and this is again where you can save a lot of weight with your pack. Like you don't need a huge 75-liter pack, often something 45 to 60 liters. You know, hopefully not much more than 4 or 5 pounds would work great. Obviously, to some extent, the lighter the better, but as you get a certain point, you get too light, it's not comfortable. And then 2 pairs of gloves. You know, having 1 lighter pair for when you're hiking and working hard, and then 1 little bit heavier pair for if on the summit it's a little colder, or early in the morning or up high, maybe it's a little bit stormier. And that, what we hope everybody brings.